Who should fight and who not? A controversial topic of Ukrainian shielded reserve of men that would be otherwise drafted, explained tonight. Another topic, US lawmakers call for Biden to allow Poland to down Russian missiles over Ukraine. That is another topic to discuss. And a blitz interview with the great expert, a cherry on the top, Serhiy Somleny tonight. Good afternoon. These topics in more detail in a daily episode with me, Henry Keane, and UATV English, doing our best to bring the hard truth in easy terms, as usual for the whole free world, directly from Ukraine. Companies in Ukraine that were expecting to be able to reserve their employees to shield them from military draft might not be able to do so starting mid-November. Critical enterprise status allowed certain businesses to keep some employees off the military service. Why? Asked many, and who's to decide who's critical and who is not? The official Kiev said over the last week that it is currently in an audit process to find out which businesses qualify for that critical enterprise status and which are not. Since the start of the full-scale invasion, Ukraine has allowed some men of conscription age to be spared from conscription as a way of keeping strategic sectors, including the defense industry, afloat and to curb the toll Russia's war has taken on the economy. But as the war extends into its third year, Ukraine is struggling to mobilize enough soldiers to compensate for troop casualties and the need to rotate soldiers who haven't been fighting for almost 3 years in a row by now. It is a thorny issue indeed, with some feeling it is unfair that others are not drafted and don't have to serve depending on their profession. It has also led to abuse of the system, as around 1.5 million people in Ukraine were spared from military service in mid-August. President Volodymyr Zelensky, of course, was quite unhappy with that issue and how high that figure is, as well as the fact that the number almost doubled over a couple of months as per high-ranking official in the presidential office. And presidential dissatisfaction was exactly that caused the audit.
The reason for the audit is the abnormal increase in the number of critical enterprises and the number of reserved employees. This is done in the interest of strengthening the country's defense capability and preventing abuses. The Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine.
But what about those who are indeed quite critical for the economy to run and who indeed should avoid the draft? Like those working in the defense industry of Ukraine, for example. Well, the Ukrainian government puts it clear and says loud, employees in strategically important sectors of the economy who received an exemption from military service before May 31st, 2024 will be able to extend that status.